Is America Okay by Shoe on Head, the Hellworld Report, Episode 1.
Hello friends, my name is Shoe on Head, and welcome to my new series, The Hellworld Report. Some of you may remember my old series that was just called Hellworld. If you do, you can qualify for a veterans discount. Congratulations! And if you remember the Gamergate days, well, please come collect your retirement. But yeah, if you have not seen my old series, go check it out. I will put the link to the playlist down below. I think it's a really interesting time capsule into the years 2020 and 2021.
Thank you, Snipier.
How crazy it was back then, and then in retrospect comparing it to how crazy it is now. But this is a shorter, more condensed version of that series. Think of it as a Temu, Jon Stewart, or Stephen Colbert before they morphed into the same flavor of shitlib. You see, I'm better than those late night Jimmies because I don't get my news from mainstream sources like some kind of hack. No. I get them from far more reputable places like Instagram Reels and Femboy Groiper69 on Twitter. From furry ballrooms and the Epstein files to OnlyFans green cards and kidnapping foreign leaders, from government-funded purple-haired girlfriends to a potential civil war, we have a very packed show for you today. It has been a crazy year, and it is only January. As I am filming this, we are currently having a huge winter storm.
This morning, snow, ice, and frigid temperatures sweeping across the nation. 20 states under a state of emergency.
I need more.
Perfect weather to make some poor immigrant deliver me chicken tendies. It's so cold that Michigan and Minnesota received reports about exploding trees. Leftists said no more ice, and God said... Anyway, in news that should have stayed in 2016, apparently there is a new term women have coined called man-keeping. Man-keeping is why women are done with dating.
What the hell is that?
Researchers at Stanford have finally given a name to something many women have been dealing with for years. It's called man-keeping.
Okay.
And it's helping explain why so many women are stepping away from dating altogether. Man-keeping describes the emotional labor women end up doing in heterosexual relationships.
Yeah, because those are bad.
Remembering birthdays or coordinating social plans. It means
it's because heterosexual relationship bad, very bad.
Being your partner's one-man support system, managing his stress, interpreting his moods, holding his hand through feelings he won't share with anyone else. All of it unpaid, unacknowledged, and often unreciprocated. I hate this therapy speak people talk with nowadays. Emotional labor? You mean being there for your partner? This is why so many people are just gonna start dating ChatGPT. People thought men were gonna be the ones dating AI. No. They're gonna be the ones with these sex robots. Women are the ones who want the daily affirmation machines. Yes, honey, I love when you talk about all the drama at work. Tell me more about that bitch Veronica. Man spreading.
I do that. I do have like some bots for purposes like that. But I set them up specifically to disagree with me. And to like tell me that I'm dumb sometimes. If it thinks I'm dumb, then tell me I'm dumb. You have to set it up like that. I guess most people wouldn't do that. They just be like, just affirm me all the time.
Mansplaining, man-interrupting, man-keeping, manscaping. Speaking of manscaping, before we dive into the news, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, a sponsor that can help you.
I made a fitness bot. I made a fitness bot to like kind of help me with like exercising and stuff like that. And it was like, I was like, I am feeling very tired today. And it was like, bitch. It was like, bitch, you ain't tired. Get up.
You with your manscaping. Henson shaving. For the last few decades, razors haven't been designed to work better. They've been designed to be better. More blades, more features,
Thank you so much, Echo.
And skin irritation is just something you're told to deal with. A big cause for that irritation is blade flex. Most razors use springs to let the blades move as you shave. That causes extra friction and razor burn, so people use aftershave, cold water, moisturizer, whatever. They fix the symptoms instead of the cause. But the question nobody asks is, should the blade actually move? How do we fix the actual problem? That's where Henson Shaving comes in. By fully supporting a two-sided blade all across its length at a 30-degree angle, they hold the blade in place to prevent any bouncing, skipping, just giving you an irritation-free shave. No springs, no movement, no reason to compensate with pressure. What separates Henson is the precision behind their design. With their Henson AL-13 safety razor being manufactured in the same aerospace machine shop that built parts for the International Space Station.
Wow.
This level of precision allows the blade to extend just 1/1000th of an inch beyond the shave plane, less than the thickness of a human hair. Since I switched to Henson like almost 2 years ago now, I've noticed my shaves have been way silkier and smoother. No tugging, no cuts, just a close shave that feels great on my skin. And here is the best part. Once you invest in a Henson razor, it is a lifetime purchase.
Honestly, I need to buy one of these using Shoe on Head's code because I want to get away from the Daily Wire one, which I bought like a retard.
The only thing you'll need to replace is the blades, which cost 10 cents each. So once you own the razor, you'll only be spending like $3 to $5 per year on blades, compared to the ongoing cost of buying those little plastic cartridges. Also, the Henson store offers a bunch
Why
of
did I buy that? I bought that a long time ago and like they were less cringe.
different colors, so you can pick out the razor that best suits your vibe. So if you're tired of razor burn, skin irritation, and paying for overpriced razor blades, Henson Shaving is definitely worth
I didn't know. I didn't buy it yet.
Just head over to hensonshaving.com/shoe and add both a Henson razor and 100 blades to your cart.
$90.
Then enter the code SHOE at checkout to get the blades free with your purchase. Big thanks to Henson Shaving for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer.
Is Leaflit a hairy Sasquatch? Well, I like any time I have to shave like my legs or like, you know, my arms or something like that, it's like once per like 4 months or something like that. I kind of have the Asian buff for that. It's not, I don't really grow that much hair.
As always, for not skipping the ad. You didn't, right? Now, let's get back to the video. Alright, let's start with some good news. The median age of home buyers is now 59. But that's not all.
Wow.
America's seniors will now see a new $6,000 bonus exemption as part of the Working Families Tax Cut. That's $93 billion in tax cuts for seniors all over the country. And by Working Families Tax Cut, they mean you, the working family. Giving another $1 billion wealth transfer to the most oppressed class. Boomers! Why are we giving these geriatric f***s another tax break? Maybe they should pull themselves back. The Working Families Tax Cut. That's $93 billion in tax cuts for seniors all over the country. And by Working Families Tax Cut, they mean you, the working family. Giving another $1 billion wealth transfer to the most oppressed class. Boomers!
Wait,
why
what?
are we giving these geriatric f***s another tax break? Maybe they should pull themselves up by the—
Can they just give everyone normal taxes? Like, can we just like pick an amount? Like, okay, that seems like a good amount for taxes, and just like, that's it. Everybody pays that same amount. Can we just do that? Why did they make it so fucking complicated? Like, can we just get like a flat tax? Just like, fuck it. Like, it's already like flat tax is already, it's already percent because it depends on how much you make. So can we just do that? Like, what is all this shit?
their bootstraps. Maybe they should stop buying so much avocado toast. God forbid we help young families raise the next generation of Americans. No, that would be communism. Young people are poor as f—
Hey Momo said God only asked for 10%. Who the fuck does this government think they are? True. That's a damn good point.
nowadays.
So true.
What are they supposed to do?
Piper Raquel, 18, claims she made $2.9 million in a single day after launching OnlyFans.
No more rights. No more women's rights. I am ready for the Islamic Revolution. Mayor Memdani, please press the Islamification button. I know the go-to joke is always, haha, women, am I right? But I think the real question here is, should men be allowed to have credit cards? This woman didn't magically create millions of dollars with her mind out of thin air. No. Millions of men made this woman a millionaire overnight. Where's the accountability for that? I'm out here policing the whores. We need some men to be out there policing the simps. We have a simp epidemic. Simps are out of control.
Anytime a man tries to say something to a woman, tries to say something like, oh, stop giving that thought money, then all of the people get mad at him for it, and all of the women get mad too. All of the women are like, wow, That is, you hate women, don't you? That's why you don't want to do that. That's why you're calling them simps and stuff. Like, you're being so mean, bro.
Not all of them though. Mine are cool. They can stay. Also, isn't this like the third OnlyFans 18th birthday announcement, and the woman turns into a millionaire overnight? Someone a little sus about that. But don't worry, thanks to AI, we are entering a new age of goonerism.
Honestly, I'd rather it be I'd rather it be the clankers booties popping rather than like 18-year-old girls, to be honest. I'm just being real. If I had to pick one, you know.
Honestly, what's the big deal? Men are already talking to the guys in India who run the accounts of OnlyFans models. Is this really any different? The internet is slowly but surely just becoming Indian men scamming other Indian men. But don't worry, not every internet waifu is a man using AI. In fact, if you live in the UK, you may get a state-funded far-right purple-haired waifu. Introducing Pathways, a point-and-click video game created by the UK government to help prevent online radicalization.
Pathways is an educational visual novel and learning experience created by the UK media company.
I really hope it was actually like secretly sabotaged. Like, wouldn't that be sick? It was like an actual secret sabotage op, or like the person like working on the game like actually set it up like that. Celebrity, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. Not simping for Leaf at all. Well, I'm not really selling a sexual experience. Been very clear about that.
Shout Out UK, with funding from UK government's Prevent program run by the Home Office. The game is
also, if you're giving me money for a sexual experience, I'm not giving any. So like, you're just getting scammed, bro. You ever think about that? Like, if people are paying me for like a grifting relationship experience, like, you're just scamming yourself.
meant to teach the youth about dangers of radicalization and extremism in both real life and online. This is done by putting the players in a role of a character named Charlie, who must navigate 6 different scenarios relating to extremism. In the second scenario, the player is introduced to the character Amelia, a staunch anti-immigration protester depicted as a goth girl with purple hair, a pink dress, and a choker.
And the internet instantly fell in love with her. It's like they made her have short purple hair thinking that that would prevent this from happening. But the UK failed to consider the fact that conservatives love art hoes. They act like they don't, they'll deny it, they'll pretend they just want a blonde traditional housewife, but deep down every conservative wants a woman who looks like this, who says the N-word. Government-funded video games. Incredible. At least our government doesn't do weird shit like that.
Hold on.
Our government is
Hold on, is that right? Is that right? Is that true?
very normal. Believe it or not, Mar-a-Lago Furry Party was on my 2026 bingo card.
What?
I miss when this weird shit was just done underground. I miss when these parties were secret. Speaking of, the Epstein files were released. Wow. Incredible. The things they are showing us are eerie enough. I couldn't imagine the things that they're redacting. It is absolutely disgusting that these powerful people are still being protected. We as a country
Brother
should be
Red Rack.
extremely concerned about an internet.
Thank you, Brother Red Rack, for the bits. Kind of like you hosting TTRPG. You offer us shenanigans service.
National child trafficking ring. This is not just something we all move from, and we kidnapped the president of Venezuela.
Breaking just now, Maduro, as the president says, has been captured.
Maduro has been captured and flown out of the country.
In total, more than 150 aircraft, bombers, fighters, intelligence, reconnaissance, surveillance, rotary wing were in the air last night.
First pictures of Nicolas Maduro on the Iwo Jima that he was being transferred on.
Trump voters voted to fix the economy and to afford homes again. They didn't vote to kidnap communists in the middle of the night. Actually, they probably did vote for that. Never mind.
The oil companies are going to go in, they're going to spend money, we're going to take back the oil that, frankly, we should have taken back a long time ago.
Holy shit. This is the most transparent administration in history. They weren't lying. I don't know if it's the Stockholm Syndrome or what, but it's almost refreshing to hear a leader say, yeah, this is about oil. Like, Thank you, sir. Thank you for just saying it's about oil. Thank you for not pretending it's about saving democracy and just doing imperialism the old-fashioned way.
Honestly,
we have such terrible Middle Eastern war fatigue that it was shocking to not hear about how Venezuela is just jealous of our freedoms or some shit. Like, no, it's just for ExxonMobil. Like, okay, carry on.
The US used a powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees, bleeding through their nose and vomiting blood during the daring raid to capture dictator Nicolas Maduro.
Yeah, if you're wondering why we don't have healthcare, this is why. We have invisible laser beams that can make people bleed out their eyes. Apparently, directed.
You know what this feels like, chat? This feels like that episode of like One Piece where like every now and then they do an episode with like Chopper and he like says everything that happened in like the last like 10 episodes.
Energy weapons
That's what this feels like, except she's
the
Chopper.
Boy Beam is real. Deep state pedophiles are real. Havana syndrome is real. Hell, it's almost like being a conspiracy theorist is just another word for being correct too early. What's next? COVID was fake?
There have been significant developments in the last 5 to 7 years on social, environment, and technology fronts that could help realize My Carbon initiatives for shaping the future towards smart and sustainable cities. COVID-19 was the test of social responsibility. A huge number of unimaginable restrictions for public health were adopted by billions of citizens across the world. There were numerous examples globally of maintaining social distancing, wearing masks, mass vaccinations, and acceptance of contact tracing applications for public health, which demonstrated the core of individual social responsibility.
Oh, sorry, I just owe many people many apologies. Anyway, Venezuela has no president. Who is going to run Venezuela?
So we are going to run the country.
A few moments later.
Hola amigos, yo soy su nuevo presidente, el señor Donaldo J. Trumpo.
Can we maybe just fix our country first? Can we fix our broken infrastructure, our education system? Can we do a little
Leaf, did you avoid the vax? So I have really bad lungs, and yeah, I didn't want to die.
Building in this nation? Can a bitch get a little regime change in our own country, please? And you know, with modern American nation building comes refugees. So who is gonna take in these Venezuelan refugees? Are we? Only the hot ones, apparently.
United States increasingly issuing work visas to OnlyFans models based on level of audience reach, according to the Financial Times.
Imagine being an immigrant from like some poor country, working your ass off to get a work visa in the United States, when all you had to do was bend over and show hole. Big booty Latino.
If you didn't take the different boosters, no, I didn't. No.
To the front. Tortas to the back. Anyway, nana boo-boo, my president can kidnap your president. We're invincible. We can regime change anyone we want. Who's next?
At least
Canada,
your dad
Greenland,
didn't spit in your face yelling until you got the vaccine. You know.
Cuba. Cuba's literacy rates are higher than ours. Maybe they should come liberate our dumbasses. Kids are swiping on books. But it, the Don Road Doctrine, baby. Let's go. America is back. Dick Cheney is looking up at us smiling.
You just wait for Cuba. Cuba is a communist dictatorship. Their days are numbered.
Trump, listen to me. Wait, Trump doesn't watch this shit. Vance, listen to me. Get people like Lindsey Graham far away from anyone in power right now. This little Venezuela stunt was cute, but we are not touching any other countries. We are not touching the Middle East, especially. No more Middle East. We all have Middle East fatigue. We are done. This whole thing really put into perspective just how weird it was that we were there like for 20 years. You mean we could have just been in and out in a few hours? I guess those poppy fields couldn't maintain themselves though. Anyway.
She did the bird hand?
Yeah, sorry, excuse me. But did you forget to check in with Lilith, the barista from Bushwick, and see how she feels about this?
Trump said the United States will be running Venezuela! Whoa! Colony! Whoa! Imperialism! All for what? So a fucking multinational corporation can get profit!
You know what's funny is I basically said the exact same thing this person said, but I said it less loudly. She has a nose ring and I don't, so I'm right and she's wrong. End of story. I guess this is just what happens when you dismantle the soft power of things like USAID.
Guys, I think I might be like what's it? I might be a little bit drunk on like that song turning out so good that like I just feel a little bit like I'm drunk on my on euphoria, you know, a little bit. Because I was jamming out so hard, like when like I was working on that, and then like when it came out, like boom, it all clicked. The plan came together. The plan came together, and it was perfect, and it just. Mwah.
Longer doing secret regime change operations behind the scenes. Now we're just straight up kidnapping other world leaders in the dead of night and just saying it's about oil, which honestly kind of makes me believe it's not about oil. They're never that blatant, right? I mean, what could it be? Like, Israel isn't behind this one, right?
The implications here are really great for the Venezuelan people.
Oh, God damn it.
Dun dun da 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 dun dun da 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 dun dun.
You know, people say I have Israel derangement syndrome, but I'm sorry, I can't help it when they get on TV and say shit like this.
No, it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it, and quickly before it's too late.
What do you mean?
I just had an idea. Can we put this on hold for a second? It's a really good idea. Yes! Yes! Bum, 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 bum. Okay, and then we export that. Export audio. Yes! Yes! Sounds terrible. Oh, I can't. Oh my God, bro! I can't. Oh. Oh my God. Holy shit, I'm fucking sweating, bro. Like, Oh my God, bro, I can't. I can't. This one's even better. This one's even better. Oh my God. Oh my Holy shit. Chad, his name is John C. Chad, I'm literally sweating. I'm literally sweating. I can't fucking breathe. I've been laughing so hard. They're so dead. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I know I need my inhaler, dude. I don't know where it is. Honestly, it's fine. It's fine. It'll go away. I just had to breathe for a second. Bro, I died at the Shonen Yo Mazel Tov, bro. I can't even. That's crazy. Oh my god.
What they are saying based on that ranking. The government should
control social media.
Yeah, should do that.
Try explaining that to someone without showing them the video. Go ahead. Yeah, there's a Jewish billionaire named Shlomo who wants to control the internet. Like, okay man, you're in too deep. No more Instagram reels for you. Anyway, you should have just let us play video games, being the president of Venezuela down the streets of New York City. But hey, leftists, just think of it this way. By bombing and kidnapping instead of just doing the usual covert psyops, we saved maybe, what, $1 billion? $1 billion that could go to other, more important things, like defense contractors' stock buybacks and empty Somalian daycares, apparently.
This is MAGA YouTuber Nick Shirley, back at a daycare in Minnesota.
MAGA YouTuber
alleged was a fraudulent facility in a now viral video. Shirley tries to open locked doors and talk to people at various daycares he claims are frauds.
The point is that blacked out doors, they can't give you any information. You call that number, no one answers.
It's not like Nick Shirley was the first person to expose this either, but now it exploded. And the fallout has been bizarre, to say the least. The funniest part had to be when the infamous Luring Center claimed to have been broken into the night this all went viral.
Unfortunately, we saw that there was important documentation, enrollment of the children.
Thank you, Ryan Niles, for the bits. Nick is here in my state of California as we speak. Hell yeah. I am so sorry, Ryan. On the bright side, California has really good food and nice weather.
And also employee documentation that was gone. There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were from our book. This is devastating news.
Oh no, somebody broke into the daycare and stole all the paperwork we needed to prove we are a legit operation. Please ignore my suspicious exact paperwork we need to prove we are a legit operation shaped belly. Listen, no hate to the Somalians, but when my family came here 100 years ago, we did organized crime the right way. We would have had tin walls and cement shoes at the bottom of Lake Superior. This is just sad. This is cartoonishly pathetic. Listen, nobody is gonna want to support government programs if they think it's all going to shit like this. If you want people to support a welfare state, you have to make sure that welfare is actually going to real things that help real people. Listen, it's already hard enough to convince a right-wing audience that there's more to leftism than Reddit and butt sex. Now I have to convince them the wealth redistribution I advocate for isn't all going to Somalian welfare pirates.
You gotta admit, though, I don't really envy her position of trying to convince people that trying to convince her own side. That's, and trying to convince people to join her side. Quite difficult, I'd say. That was, that's crazy. I don't envy that position.
Thanks. That money should be spent on more important things, like New Gaza. That's right, the World Economic Forum and Jared Kushner are proud to present New Gaza. Yes, the demolition project is finally complete, folks.
Nice.
Time to build a sweet green and a f***ing Deloitte branch on top of the bodies of thousands of dead children. Hell is not hot enough, ladies and gentlemen. Hell is not hot enough.
Well, I mean, nothing you're gonna, I'm just being, pragmatic here. I mean, there's if that's true, I don't know if that's true. I don't know what's going on in Gaza. I've already said this before. I'm not an expert on the area, but what I can say is, why not make the best of a bad situation and make Gaza great again and make it all nice? Why not? What? Why the fuck not?
Anyway, because of all this fraud stuff, Tim Walz is stepping down, which is sad to see because he has to be one of my favorite characters in modern America lore. The first white male DEI hire, the last white dude for Kamala Harris, a dying breed. But hey, maybe this marks an official end to the Kamala Harris era, and we can move on and focus on rebuilding the Democratic Party to something more.
Harris stepping toward another White House run.
No. We are not doing this.
Bro. Radoni saying that you can do ghost tours? Bro, you're crazy. You're crazy, bro.
No. I swear to God, the Democratic Party is like an old friend addicted to heroin or something. You want to
so
help them, you
fucked
do
up.
everything you can to help them, but they don't listen. They keep doing stupid things and hurting themselves. But you just can't give up on them. You can't. You want to see them get better. You know deep down, they could be how they used to be. But it's hopeless. And all your other friends keep saying to you, just forget them. Just forget them, it's not worth it. Come hang out with us instead. But those friends are on crack. Those friends are on crack cocaine! But this Minneapolis fraud thing is looking pretty bad for Tim Walz and the Democrats. People aren't just gonna forget about this, and an ICE officer just shot a woman in the face in Minneapolis.
You can hear the agents tell the woman to get out of the car and
Ooh,
approach the
what's her take gonna be on this one? That's gonna be really interesting.
The woman then drives.
Tazito, are you hyped for Harris 2028? I'm so sorry, bro. Like, actually, I'm so sorry, Tazito. Like, that sucks, man. You got Harris again? That's crazy.
Forward. That's when the shots are fired, the car crashing.
As I was writing this video, an innocent woman was picking her kids up from school when an ICE officer jumped in front of her car and randomly shot her in the face. Or an angry protester was blocking the road and tried to run over an ICE officer with her car, so he shot in self-defense. Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, that's
Depends
true.
on how you voted, apparently. The way
Yep.
I see it, this woman was not trying to hit him. She was not trying to run him over. I think she was trying to drive away. And in an alternate universe, he dodges the car and she drives away. And it's easy to be like, oh, in hindsight, he should have done this, he should have done that. That's like so much of the discourse right now I'm seeing.
She was a rare
is
L
just
take.
in
But
hindsight-
how's that an L take? How's that an L take? It just seems pretty reasonable.
like this in hindsight that, and it's easy for us to say in hindsight, you know, after the fact. It's easy to say he could have, he should have, but all he saw was a car revving up and going towards him. This has been one of
the other thing that people don't realize is that you can hear the car. So like you can hear cars. Like I know a lot of people don't know about these big cars, but they make a lot of fucking noise. Like when they're about to go forward, they rev up really hard.
The most insane political Rorschach test I've ever seen in my life. It really all comes down to how you view ICE and police officers in general.
She didn't hit him with a car?
Not all.
Okay. So it is possible for her to hit him with the car while also simultaneously not intending to hit him with the car. That's totally possible. That like her mindset, like her actual mental line was not like, let me hit this guy in front of me. It was, I'm going to try to get out of here. But then she just either she didn't have control of the car or she was just dumb. And then he hit the officer, she hit the officer, which caused him to fire. I think that's totally and is it plausible? Is it possible that like she said, yeah, fuck this guy, I'm running him over? Yeah, that's also possible, right? Like these are both possible. It's kind of hard to mind read into the past and like get into that person's like mindset. It's difficult to do that. But that being said, from the officer's point of view, you have a car revving up its engine and heading towards you. So, I mean, from his perspective, he was in danger. So, I mean, it makes sense to me.
Leftists view ICE as completely illegitimate. Same with the police, they want to abolish both. So you're not going to get a real unbiased conversation with those people. Because why the f should a protester respect ICE in the first place? And many, not all, conservatives tend to be complete and utter.
Vehicle is a weapon, period. You have to have zero self-preservation to do something that's stupid. No, I agree with you. Hold on. Don't misunderstand me. I agree that it was a dumb thing. You can think that at the same time while thinking it's possible that she didn't intend to run him over. Both are simultaneously possible.
fucking bootlickers, completely unable to criticize anything the police do. ICE can do no wrong.
B Denim says, am I crazy? I don't really care what she meant to do or what her intention was. Well, it wouldn't have changed the like, so B Denim over on Kick. It doesn't change the reaction, basically, right? So the officer couldn't have understood her intent, and even then it didn't really matter because his life was still in danger from a car revving up towards him, right? So regardless of like what her actual intent is, it doesn't actually matter for the purposes of the self-defense defense. It doesn't actually matter.
Don't tread on me becomes tread harder, daddy, real fast. This is extremely aggravating discourse, and you should be questioning anyone who takes a really firm, hard stance either way and like can't fathom how the other side is seeing what they are seeing. The first episode of my old Hellworld series was actually all about police brutality. It was all about
Ryan Nautilus, was there a way to shoot the tires? No. When you use a gun, Ryan Nautilus, like as a law enforcement officer, it's only to stop the threat. Like as in like stop the person who's doing it. You don't really aim for like auxiliary things. You always like go straight for the intended target.
Brutality towards innocent protesters. I was a little more ACAB-y back then. I was a little more libbed the f*** out back then. But hey, to be fair to me back then, that is what happens when you live in the sheltered suburbs of Long Island in your parents' basement versus having a kid and...
She just had to get married. It's that easy. She got married, she had the kid, and she's like, instant conversion.
living in the city for 4 years. The police are a taxpayer-funded HR department for structural violence. They exist solely to protect the rights of private property. Yeah, we need more police. Police are good. Police are great. Give the police more guns. More guns. Give them more guns. Tanks. Tanks, even. My overall opinion is still basically the same. I'm very critical of the police. I am very pro First Amendment. Protesting is a fundamental American right, and we can't just go around labeling protesters domestic terrorists. That is an insane, slippery slope. And if you support that, I protesters domestic terrorists.
I think I disagree on this one. Actually, I'm like thinking about I think I disagree with her on this. Because you could, okay, let's say she was doing things to inhibit ICE and like actually taking physical action to block them, like, you know, allegedly. I don't know. Like, I actually don't know what she was doing before the car thing. I only know the situation I saw on video with the car thing. I don't know about what her past is, but it is possible that she was engaged in actual physical blocking, physical preventing of justice, in which case I think the label fits in that case, to be honest.
That is an insane, slippery slope. And if you support that, I promise you it will come back to bite you in the ass. So good luck in 2028 when President Newsom knocks you up. Whoa, knocks you up. Whoa,
what the fuck? Why did I put that imagery in my head? What the hell?
Look in 2028 when President Newsom locks you up for protesting against mandatory forced feminization or whatever the f it is Democrats do. What do they do?
So like what I will say though is in the other situation with the party guy, like calling that guy like an assassin is kind of crazy. Like that one was crazy. But like this one, I don't really think that it's like it depends. Like I don't know what happened before. I don't know like what information that they would have had possibly on it. I think there are worlds in like which it would be okay to say that, and there are worlds in which it wouldn't be. It just depends on like the situation, which I don't have all the information for.
Nothing.
And I gave an example. I gave an example of a case in like which I think it would be appropriate.
Nothing. I don't know. I left this joke blank. Something pronouns. Like, God forbid the state ever turns me into Swiss cheese and the president's like, she was a radical leftist lunatic. The people called her.
They already did it with the January 6th overreactions. Oh yeah. But see, like, whether or not it's like retaliation for like that thing happening, like doesn't really change the facts of the case, I think. Right? You could say that like, you could make an argument for fuck them after January 6th. Like, we're just playing by the same rules as them, but that doesn't make it, like, factually correct.
Call me mommy. Can you believe that, folks? Kami man.
Sad.
And some people were like straight up mocking this woman, celebrating it. And then when people were like, what the fuck? They were like, well, you got Charlie Kirk, so now we got one of your guys. Is that what we're doing now? We're just gonna keep killing each other back and forth? Is that what this is now? Like some kind of civil war? Who gets me in the national divorce? Hell yeah, 2 Christmases. Like, you agreed with me when I was upset about the reactions people had about Charlie Kirk, and then you're over here like, boo-hoo, she was a stupid libtard. Honestly, some of you just don't have morals. You have like temporary weapons you can use to bludgeon people you don't like when you have the chance. You and all the people who mock Charlie Kirk are all going in the pit, and you can come out and learn how to be normal. In my opinion, a lot of focus on illegal immigration should go to the employers.
Why did she divorce her ex-husband and marry a lesbian? What do you think caused her to do that? Leave. Ryan, you mean that I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, to be honest.
Employing illegal immigrants for cheaper scab labor. I feel like that's really important, and like, we're not doing that. It's kind of interesting that the government is focused so hard on immigration right now, but like, apparently hasn't made any like real actual legislative change to the laws of immigration.
She does the like thing too. I feel less bad.
Dragging Jose out of Home Depot might work for now, but they have to be working on something more substantial, right? Well, Palantir, the company named after the evil crystal ball in Lord of the Rings, right, is apparently working on a new tool for ICE. And what does it do? Oh, nothing really. Just creates a map of deportation targets, pulls up a dossier on them, and assigns them a confidence score. Because if there's one thing we can trust, it's a private Silicon Valley tech company's algorithm deciding who gets disappeared. Every single surveillance tool starts by simply...
Thank you, Papa Caps. Please tell me you saw the earlier pretty videos from a week ago where he kicked the tail. Oh, I did see that. Yeah, I did see that. I did see that. So like, okay. So do I think that he was a bad actor? Yes. Does that mean that he was an assassin that was out to kill ICE people? I don't think that's true. Do you see what I mean? Like I feel like my take has like some nuance to it. Like I definitely, I don't think the two are the same. Yes, he was an agitator, but like saying he's like an assassin out to kill people, that's kind of a wild escalation.
Protecting us. It's only gonna affect the baddies. But who are the baddies? Today it's illegal immigrants. Tomorrow it's furries. Next week it's people who are into feet. And before you know it, it's fans of VTubers. You know, on second thought, I don't buy into the propaganda that simply enforcing border security, something every developed country has, is akin to Nazi Germany. Sorry, I don't. Build a wall? Hitler. Deport illegal immigrants? Hitler. Just kick out the criminal ones at least? Hitler. Like, there's no other option besides open borders that is acceptable to some people, and I don't get that. What I do get, however, is that people don't want to live under a Palantir police state, where people can't even film ICE agents without getting put on some kind of f***ing list. I feel like there has to be some kind of normal, sane option besides total free-for-all, globo-homo.
Listen, I gotta tell you something, alright? None of this would happen if people were simply filming the ICE agents. That this wouldn't be a problem. The problem is they're hindering the ICE stuff. They're trying to dox ICE people. Like, this is like, it's not even like, this isn't even remotely like accurate as to like what's actually happening.
Versus Peter Thiel, nightmare tech bro.
Nobody would care if they were simply filming. Like, nobody would care. It would be annoying for them, sure, but nobody would really care. Like, them blocking the street and kicking the cars and throwing shit at them, like, that's what's actually happening. I've seen all the videos.
Dystopia. Like, how is it not possible to just, like, be normal, be normal, be normal, be normal? But hey, it's cool the DHS created a portal where you can see all the people they have been deporting. One guy was deported back to Yugoslavia.
Nice.
Yugoslavia doesn't exist anymore. We sent that motherfucker back in time. Listen, what happened to Renee Good was a tragedy. It was terrible, but hopefully nothing like this ever happens again.
Thank you.
And another person was shot by ICE in Minneapolis.
According to a preliminary Department of Homeland Security report, 2 Border Patrol agents discharged their weapons, seen here in graphic cell phone video captured by eyewitnesses. 10 shots fired off in total in just seconds. Preddy pronounced dead on the scene.
To be absolutely clear, stuff is still coming out about this as I am filming. Literally, as I am filming, this happened. You know, there's no body cam footage yet, so I could be totally wrong. Totally possible, totally possible. However, first impressions of watching the video at multiple angles, multiple times, yeah, I think they just fucking murdered that guy. It looks like they took his gun and then shot him. Like 10 officers.
Like, shoot, didn't you just say that it's a bad thing to be like all in on one side or the other? Like, for the last case? What is going on?
Come over to him, wrestle him to the ground, the agent
Doshi
disarms
Brian,
him,
thank you
takes
so
his
much for the
gun,
prime,
they yell
thank you.
gun, gun, and then they shoot him several times in the back. More information can come out, but the compulsive bootlicking I have been seeing has been fucking insane.
Why does a nurse feel compelled to go confront
Thank you
ICE
for the follow,
armed
Doji
with a
Brown.
9mm handgun?
Brian, thank you.
Only one person could have prevented this from happening, and it's Alex Preddy.
9mm handgun to go confront ICE armed with a 9mm handgun.
Only one person could have prevented
Okay, that's kind of a retarded take, to be honest, to be fair.
this from happening.
That's stupid.
And it's Alex Preddy.
Yeah, who goes to a protest and brings a gun?
Yeah, it's a dumb argument, obviously.
Look, if the government can take a firearm from you and then kill you because you had a firearm, then
totally
nobody
agree.
actually has a right to own a firearm. If that is how it works, then there's actually no such thing as the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment does not exist. I feel like some people genuinely just forget that police are just people. ICE officers are just people. They're literally just people who work for the government like anyone else.
Yeah, so like imagine if like all day people were spitting at you, throwing shit at you, kicking your car, yelling at you, trying to like trying to find out your identity so that they can harm you and your family. Like, just imagine that. Like, as just people. It'd be so fucking annoying. It'd be awful. Of course you'd be on edge from that kind of shit. And this is why, really, like, to be honest, like, do you know who I blame in these situations? It's actually the higher ups, the management, who actually allowed it to get to that point. They're the ones that are to blame, and they did it 100%, knowing that eventually this would happen. Someone was going to die, and that they'd be able to weaponize it 100%. That's why they did it. They know that they know what they were doing. They're the ones who are responsible for this.
They're DMV employees with guns. They can be stupid. They can be bad. They can make mistakes. Like, I don't know what it is about some people. Like, once someone has a badge, it's like, that person is just a perfect angel and cannot be criticized at all. You're telling me all I have to do to get you fucking people to listen to me is to dress like this? Alright, fair enough. Stop gooning. Dress like this? Alright, fair enough. Stop.
That's a deagle. Is that airsoft?
Gooning. None of this would have happened if ICE agents were being trained better instead of being rushed through the system with little to no training. And if Minnesota just worked alongside ICE to make sure they were doing this in a safe and more effective way instead of just egging on a fucking jihad against a system with little to no training. And if Minnesota just worked alongside ICE to make sure they were doing this in a safe and more effective way instead of just egging on a fucking jihad against them. Also, if ICE's goal is to round up pedophiles and fraudsters, I hear there's a pretty big list of pedophiles and fraudsters that...
No, ICE's job is to get illegals who also happen to be pedos. It's not really their thing.
Need to be rounded up. Unfortunately, we'll never fucking get to see it.
Probably a joke though. It's a bit, but yeah.
I'm trying to make this.
It was airsoft. She confirmed it when leftists harassed her about it. Thank you, Sapphire. Thank you. I have 4 airsoft deagles. She has not 4. Do you know why I have 4? Chat. I used to go airsofting and I would never reload. I would pull out a new deagle. I had like shoulder straps, thigh strap, like thigh holster, shoulder holsters, and I would shoot the deagle. And then when I ran out of ammo, I'd put the entire deagle into a dump pouch and pull a new deagle out. I was like straight up Reaper, you know, from
Video somewhat funny and entertaining, but I'm not gonna lie.
Reaper reload.
This is really bleak. Is America okay? Can we please go one single day without living through a major historical?
There was one time I was with this like kid, right? And so there was like this kid, and he had like an AK, and you know, we're pushing this position, and the kid's AK jams, and he's like, it's jammed, and jammed, and I was like, oh shit, and he's like, I can't do anything. I said, kid, take this deagle. And he was like, really? And I was like, yes, take this deagle. He's like, all right. And then like, he pushed out with my deagle. It was sick. Such a good one. He was like, but this is your gun. I was like, don't worry, I got another one. Pulled out another one. He was like, damn. Ryan, I was thank you so much for the vids. Thank you. What's with the constant clamoring for the left for ICE to go after the president, even though that's not their jurisdiction? I don't know.
Event, please. And a bunch of new Epstein files just dropped. Great. We're going to war with Iran soon, aren't we? Where was I?
Who the fuck
this
is
just says Mr. B.
Dude, my deagles are nice too. I got Tokyo Maruis. If you airsoft at all, you know that's the badass deagle. I have two gas Tokyo Maruis. I have a silver one and a black one, and I have a silver and black matching pair that are EBB.
East Tendies. What? Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is simulating a chicken.
The EBB ones are garbage.
Chicken's body, and the cells are just multiplying. I honestly can't tell the difference. What the heck?
I will not live in a pod. I will not eat the Antichrist lab-grown chicken tendies. Oh, I completely forgot about this. Sorry, I am not on my Vyvanse today, folks. I forgot to take my normal pills. It wasn't long before the race hustlers took advantage of the terrible Renee Good situation in Minneapolis.
Say Her Name is a movement started by Black women, for Black women specifically, and it's not appropriate to use in regards to Renee Good.
She deserves a hashtag and everything. It should not be Say Her Name.
Guys, these people are so annoying. Like, are they not like the most annoying people like on this earth? Like, bro, they're even annoying to their own people. Actually, they're like literally that, like all the time. Actually,
Her Name is reserved for Black women.
This is not for any other race. Simple as that.
Say Her Name is specifically reserved for Black women.
Say Her Name is for Black women.
It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
Why do you think? Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know why.
Oh my god,
that's called white guilt, honey.
It's only for Black people. Only Black people can say that.
That's the white guilt you're feeling. It's amazing. You can literally be killed by the state for the cause. And these fucking people will still disgrace you.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If like I wouldn't get banned for it, I would say the N-word with impunity just to piss these people off. Like for purely that reason.
Curse of being born Caucasian. This is very woke 1.0. I thought it was dark woke time.
Nobody forgetting when they're good. She has achieved the highest honor.
Not even because I like it. I don't listen to hip hop.
White person can achieve. Race traitor.
She has achieved the highest honor a white person can achieve. Race traitor. And this type of psychotic rhetoric seems to be working because like 70% of the videos I see.
It's so annoying. It like all of this like language policing of like only certain people can say certain things and only certain people are allowed to like have certain things said about them. It is so fucking annoying. It's the most annoying thing out of everything, out of all of this. It's so irritating to me, like on a level beyond like anything I could say. It's so damn fake, that's the issue? Yes, exactly my point. Thank you, Ryan Nollis. MLK and Malcolm X, we roll on their graves. Dude, for real, dude. For real. It's so annoying. It really is. It's beyond irritating that they play this stupid game, and I hate it. They're the most annoying people.
Of people, like, trying to disrupt ICE has been white women. White women literally throwing themselves at armed officers like lemmings off a fucking cliff for street tacos. What the hell is going on with white women? Who will save the white race?
Yes, Hitler's strongest soldiers. A Mexican, a Dominican, a black guy, and a looks maxer.
That looks looks maxer is none other than Clavicular.
Oh, man. That's so freaking ridiculous, man.
Clavicular is a Gen Z influencer and live streamer who got his start within the niche red pill communities and has recently blown up to mainstream popularity, especially in right-wing circles. His main claim to fame is looks maxing. Looks maxing, for those of you who are employed, is...
Looks maxing is a term for aggressively maximizing one's physical attractiveness through routines like skincare, facial exercises, mewing, fitness, and sometimes extreme cosmetic procedures. Originating in online incel forums but popularized on TikTok, focusing on enhancing features like jawline and bone structure.
I personally think it's interesting to see men adopting the insane beauty rituals that women have been doing for decades. But now that a man is doing it, it's seen as psychopathic or gay. A woman will literally spend thousands of dollars on hair, makeup, skincare, peptides, plastic surgery, fillers, Botox, red light therapy, moon water, and we just call her Stacey. But a man does it, and we call him Patrick Bateman. A woman reshapes her entire face with makeup? Normal. A man reshapes his jawline with makeup? Gay. A woman wears a push-up bra to make her tits look bigger? Empowering. A man shoves socks in his shoes to make himself taller? A liar. A woman gets lip filler? Typical. A man smashes his face with a hammer to make his jaw swell up? Okay, yeah, that one's a little insane. One of the looks maxing tips.
I mean, to be fair, women inject Botox, which is Botox is literally like a toxin that can kill you. But they just do it in small amounts.
Are apparently doing is called bone smashing, where they take a hard object, usually a hammer, and smash the bones in their face to make their face temporarily swell up and allegedly give them that Chad jawline. Honestly, don't knock it till you try it. Here we go.
Do you see the fucking... By the way, do you guys see how powerful makeup is? Isn't that crazy? How it completely changed your facial structure, at least like the appearance of it. Makeup is crazy. Like, you don't understand. It's crazy, crazy shit.
Perfect. So that concludes this episode of the Hellworld Report. If you liked it, please subscribe and consider donating to my Patreon, link down below. It helps.
I think she looks cuter though, the other way.
The channel, and I appreciate it so much. If you don't want to do that, you can also put a little tip down in the tip jar somewhere over here somewhere. I feel like a barista. Yeah, it's just gonna ask you something on the screen down there. If you have some stories you want me to cover in the next Hellworld Report, be sure to send them to me on Twitter at ShoeOnHead. I will give you a little shout out if I wind up using the story in the next episode. Okay, and I will see you guys with a new fun slop video. I keep promising a slop video and then terrible things keep happening. I'm sorry. Next video is a slop video. I promise. Okay, bye.
It's like the recap episode of Earth. The January recap. She already has full lips, so the red lips are made look like Marilyn Manson. Rognar, thank you for the bits. Consider this: civil rights is the popular secular religion. It explains zealous rage. You can drag God's name in the dirt, but you can never ever blaspheme against non-whites. And yeah, I think that's totally bullshit, honestly. I think it's bullshit and it's racist. And that's what these people do, right? They say, oh, you can't do this thing because of your race, and that's stupid. It's actually ridiculous. She looked like a hentai pimple. I remember like before when I was going through like my my gothic Lolita phase, I used to put like white eyeshadow on my nose because it makes your nose like look smaller and like more like buttony. So I would put like white like eyeshadow on my nose. Yeah. You want to see Goth Leaf? You don't want to see that shit. Oh man. I did the full thing. Like I had the pumps and I had the plushie. Like I would carry like a kind of morbid looking plushie, and then I had a parasol, like like a umbrella, like those really fancy umbrellas with like all of the like lace on them and stuff. Yeah, I used to do that. I'm always right.